Good evening, Thunderbird fans. We are back. The Thunderbeat bringing you these home game broadcasts of the 2022 T-Bird season right here on TeamPrep1.com. Thank you for joining us on your screens and your personal devices, wherever you may be this Labor Day weekend. My name is Jeremy Block, and I will be providing the play-by-play. And I'm pleased to introduce my broadcasting partner going into our fourth season, the newly minted American Choral Directors Association Most Outstanding Choral Director of the Year, Bellevue West's own, and the man providing the color commentary tonight, Mr. A.J. Reimer.
Jeremy, it's exciting to be back. Looking forward to another stellar season of Bellevue West football. Typically, when we're calling a game, it's game one. We've had the season opener for the past couple years, but Bellevue West is already 2 games into the book, and I'm hoping tonight we won't have maybe as close a games as we've had in the past.
Interesting caveat here. It is week 2 of the NSAA football season for this fall sports season, because Bellevue West played week 0.
Week 0, of course.
This is the 3rd game. It's week 2. I know that's a little bit confusing, but the Bellevue West Thunderbirds are 2-0 when other teams across the state are looking to win their 2nd game.
Yeah, it's a little difficult when you try and compare stats of Bellevue West to Omaha Burke, when Burke's only played 1 game, and Omaha Burke went up against the number 1 or number 2 team in the state, depending on what you're looking at. But Gretna played them pretty tough last week.
Yeah, Gretna was the winner last week in a 44-0 rout there. Gretna looking better. They were the champions last year before they had to advocate the title. And so Gretna comes out there looking strong. Omaha Burke comes in here to Fiman Field to face the number 2 Bellevue West Thunderbirds, however you look at it, whatever poll you're going to subscribe to. And they're coming in here, and the Thunderbirds are looking on a season to prepare, from last year where they went 10-2, and then they lost in the semifinal matchup to Omaha Westside. Oh, by the way, that's the team they face next week at Omaha Westside. They won. Omaha Westside won in that blustery, cold semifinal matchup. Just 1 win shy of punching that ticket down to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln.
I remember when the schedule came out last year, I called you, Jeremy, and I said, oh, boy, can you believe this? It is a gauntlet for Bellevue West, starting with prep going right to Omaha North. We have Burke tonight, and then, of course, we still have Westside and Gretna ahead of us. It's a challenge for Bellevue West for sure, but that's what you play for. That's what Coach Huffman likes. He wants a challenge. He felt last year his team maybe wasn't as battle tested as they maybe should have been, and they've definitely been through a couple fires already.
Yeah, last year they went 10-2, like I said, and that was a team that had 7 Division I signees that last year, including L.J. Richardson, Caden Helms, Micah Riley Ducker, Henry Rickles, Caden Camise, and Arden Jenkins. So this year, you still have Daniel Kalin. You still have Gio Contreras. You still have Isaac. You pick up new guys through what we're going to call the high school transfer portal. And
No. People move. People find new residents, many different reasons. And, fresh faces on many new schools. We're excited to have opportunities for kids to play.
Isaiah McMorris and Davon Hall lead the Thunderbirds in receiving yards. The duo on the outside, of course, Davon Hall and Daniel Kalin getting the most attention this week as coaches now are able to contact juniors for the next season already. So I'm sure they were up late this week getting phone calls from all these Division I coaches.
Was that Thursday morning when they were allowed to have first contact? And if I'm reading it correctly, they were contacted frequently. But they weren't the only ones. There's interest all across the board for Bellevue West. There's just playmakers right and left. It's interesting this year, the previous years that we've been calling it, West has started everything with a dominant run game. And it's something they're still trying to figure out this season. You know, Gio Contreras has been the bell horse for Bellevue West, and he got going last week. We'll see if he will continue that trend here against Omaha Burke.
You know, Bellevue West has been blessed with great runners of the football. And, you know, you look at the guys that are playing, you know, in Division I football. You have L.J. Richardson, who's going to be playing for Wyoming. And then you also have Mr.
Jay Ducker,
who's now transferred through the transfer portal to Memphis.
Well, I'm excited to see what both of them do. Those were exciting players here at Bellevue West, and you know they're just going to ball out here at the next level.
So we're about 4 minutes and 30 seconds from the first quarter kicking off here as Bellevue West enters the field by Enter Sandman from Metallica. The lead-in song is they're going to run through the gate out here.
I love it. And as they get set to do that, I'd like to introduce the third member of our team. It's a new camera person. This is Ava, a junior at Bellevue West. Ava, what are your thoughts on the game?
I don't know how football works, but I'm happy to be here. I like the loud energy, so yeah.
And we're going to teach you a lot about football, and she's going to be our camera person. She's going to do everything you see here on the video screen as we move from left to right or right to left. She's got it all in her arsenal.
Ava. And did Ava say some good things? I couldn't hear a word. It was a little loud in here, so I assume we're excited.
3 minutes here and 30 seconds to go. And I don't know if they've done the coin flip yet. I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen it either, but we were getting a soda pop, so we'll see. I'm excited to have a little bit of homecoming here tonight, Jeremy. The head coach of Omaha Burke was an assistant coach of Bellevue West for many years and taught in my classroom with me for a few years. Mr. Pavlik, it's good to have him back. He's first year at Omaha Burke, and boy, he's energetic. He's going to get this program back where they want it to be.
You got to remember, last year, Omaha Burke did come in, and they were here at Feynman Field, and they lost last year in a game that was 58-14, including Devin Jackson, who is a linebacker at the University of Oregon this year as a freshman phenom.
That's right. And remember, that was Burke's first game in a year and a half, or 2 years, because the Omaha schools did not play the 2020 season.
Yeah, that was that COVID year where Omaha OPS did not play. You are right. So they were a little bit rusty, and that was a very warm night, as I remember.
Oh, boy, that was nasty. It's not brisk this evening. It feels dewy, as they say, 85 degrees probably. But, you know, the kids don't care. Look at them. We have a big full student section here right in front of us for Bellevue West. A little light across the field for us, but I'm sure that the Burke fans will fill in as the game goes on.
According to the weather app, it is 91 degrees and sunny here with 2 minutes left before we kick off this first quarter of home football here at Feynman Field, as the Bellevue West Thunderbirds are looking to go 3-0 on this young season and keep themselves in the driver's seat for a hopeful playoff berth and a playoff hosting opportunity.
Absolutely. You know, as a teacher at Bellevue West, as a fan of Bellevue West, it was the first time in a long time I came into the season, boy, not sure if we were going to get to this point undefeated. You know, Creighton Prep, of course, has such a strong offensive and defensive line. And then Omaha North, the strong history they've had, especially in recent years. And West has shown a toughness, a grittiness that I haven't seen in the last couple of years. I'm excited. I think there's room to improve for Bellevue West for sure. But one thing that they have already in spades is heart.
Yeah, that is absolutely right. And you're going to see a Bellevue West team that loves to throw the ball around. You got Daniel Kalin, the junior quarterback, already has 524 throwing yards through the air. It's 46 of 68 already. And
6 TDs, 2 interceptions, not a bad start.
And you'll see his QB rating of 107.7 in this young season. As it looks like we finally found out Bellevue West will receive, which they like to do. They like to be up early and often, as Omaha Burke is prepared to kick the ball away. Omaha Burke's kicker looks like this number 51, Anthony Hill. He's got it teed up. 54, Michael McGovern. Isaiah McMorris and Davon Hall back to receive the kick as we're getting ready to play here with 6 seconds left on the clock. And let's have a good broadcast,
Yeah,
AJ.
let's go, Jeremy. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Of course, in high school football, they play 12-minute quarters, and if you're up by 35,
yes.
you have that running clock.
My favorite time. I love running clocks.
And it is a onside kick, and it's getting away from the Thunderbirds, and Burke may have recovered. Let's see what the referee says. And Bellevue West does recover the football, even though Burke, number 3.
Yep, they changed the call. It is going to
Blankenship.
Burke.
Okay, good. Burke came up with the ball. Mason Blankenship Jones, the running back, defensive back, came out of the scrum with the football. So Omaha Burke onside kicks it, and they will get it at the 42 of Bellevue West to start this game off.
Jeremy, I don't like onside kicks.
After what this state has experienced in the last week, I concur.
Goodness gracious. Well, the Fighting McVeys take the field first for Bellevue West. In great position for Omaha Burke, which struggled offensively last game. We'll see if they're able to move the ball a little bit better against Bellevue West.
They come out in a wishbone formation with the running back directly behind him a yard as they give the ball off to number 3. That is Mason Blankenship Jones. So we're going to hold and say his name a lot. He gets 1 yard on the first down play.
Jaden Bullion met him right at point of contact and took him back.
Jaden Bullion, he's one of those guys that found a new school this year.
Yeah,
as
just
a
looking
senior.
for a new opportunity here at Bellevue West, and we're excited to have him.
He leads the team in tackles already. Of course, this is the 3rd game for them.
The kids call him J-Boog. I don't know if we're going to call him J-Boog or not, but I like it. It's kind of catchy.
And he has 23. That's 24th tackle on the year for J-Boog. As the ball is handed off again to Mason Blankenship Jones, and he goes ahead for, let's say, 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Look for that a lot this year against Bellevue West. You know, their interior defensive line is going to be tested. It's not as experienced as it's been in the past, but they've been gaining strength. They've been playing better as the season goes on, as you'd expect them to, and they're making a good showing right now as it's 3rd and 8.
Jamarian Campbell and Jackson Remmert right there in the middle of the line, anchoring this defensive line as it's 3rd down and long, and there's going to be an offsides penalty. Number 39?
Yeah.
38.
38, Nate Hudick, who is 16 tackles, looking for number 17, just got there a little early.
Everybody was ready for that offsides penalty, and that'll pick up 5, make it 3rd down and going to be 2.
I like bringing down up the pressure, though, on that 3rd down. Do you think they try and keep the blitz going, or do they play it a little bit safer here?
I think they got to play a safe zone here as they're trying to get that 3 yards. And, you know, it's in that territory where you almost think, why punt it away? As the ball's handed off the fullback. He's met at the line. Looks like Jamorian Campbell there. And number 9, Jaden Bullen.
Yeah, Jaden Bullen met him again. I like it. Jamarian Campbell started playing linebacker for Bellevue West. They've moved him up to the line. He's been a lot more productive at that point, lining right next to J-Book right there. And that's a pretty good stop for Bellevue West, but it looks like Omaha Burke's going to test him here on 4th. And why not, right?
Right. You don't look at, you can't kick a field goal. It's probably not safe to punt it, especially if you're going to play catch-up with a track race that you know you're going to get on offense over here. 4th down and a long 3.5 to go. As the ball is snapped, it's handed off. It's faked. Is going to be stopped short of the line to gain. And the Wade McFay defense holds strong and gives this ball here to the Thunderbird offense.
Ballhawk Donovan Whitfield came out with the ball, but it looks like the play had been called dead before then. Conservative play calling there for Omaha Burke. You know, I think they started off with the onside kick. I thought they might try a little bit more flash here to try and score, but 4 straight runs up the gut.
And when you look in the one game against Gretna, and Cooper Katsky didn't have a lot of passing opportunity, so you knew that they were going to try to rush the ball here against West. As the ball is thrown out wide to Davon Hall, the junior, who gets ahead for 9 yards. Are they going to give him they're going to be 1 yard short of the line to gain. It'll be second and a short one.
Yeah, it took a couple pops there. They like that short inside read there. It's almost like an extended handoff there for Bellevue West, and they like to pick up 5-6 and see what the receivers can do.
And Kalen and the offense get rolling on first down. First play of the game as he's rolling out to his right, throws to Hall again, and he drops the ball. Great hit by number 1 from Omaha Burke, Zaki Parrott.
Uncharacteristic drop for Hall. Typically he has that, but he heard the shadow coming behind him. He knew he was going to take a shot.
Zakai Parrott. Zakai Parrott. 3rd down and 1 to go as the referees are trying to get the defensive coordinator for Burke off the field. It's a get-back coach over there saying, get off the field as the ball is handed off to number 13 for Bellevue West, number 13, Gio Contreras, who is the primary running back for the Bellevue West Thunderbirds this year.
Yeah, he does a little bit of everything for Bellevue West, and all he needed was 1, picked up 2. That's good enough. Let's play another set of downs.
And you look, at the career that Mr. Contreras has had, and it's been kind of up and down for him as he gets the ball again for 1 yard.
Yeah, he was the starting running back three years ago.
Yeah.
And he, first game, broke his leg, and so the quote-unquote backup came in and
L.J. Richardson took over from there and never looked back. And last year, Mr.
Yeah, Gio had a lot of success in the backfield for secondary, for Bellevue West. Still plays there.
As the ball's handed off to Gio again, and he's going ahead, and there's going to be a penalty and probably a holding call based on where it's thrown. So right now it's a first down. We'll see what the flag is.
But that's the best hole that I've seen the offensive line create this season. It was wide open. Gio had multiple options of where he wanted to go with it. Just expert blocking up front by those hogs in purple.
And it looks like it'll be marked back 10 yards from the spot of the foul as we get a call here, hopefully, from the head referee.
Well, they're thinking about it. They don't want to screw it up. Looks like almost back to the line of scrimmage.
Holding
against David Hall there.
So it'll be second down, and they actually gain yardage from the last line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 7 here to go, as told to the people watching the game by Mr. Steve Lemon.
Oh, the voice of the Thunderbirds. Shouts to you, Lemon.
As it looks like there's going to be a pre-snap penalty.
Uncharacteristic slappiness for Bellevue West. They've been pretty penalty-free for their first 2 games. Maybe it's the jitters of playing in front of the home crowd for the first time. Who knows?
And it is a little bit warmer right now than it was that first game when we went to Creighton Prep.
That was
and
a
watched
beautiful
the game.
night, wasn't it?
Yeah. 2nd down and 12 to go. So what do you call here if you're Mike Huffman and the Bellevue West offense?
I'm looking for Isaiah McMorris. That guy is a baller.
As a timeout is called by Omaha Burke, they saw something on defense that didn't match up just right. Davon Hall actually lined up on the right side of the field. If you're looking from the quarterback's perspective, he's usually here on the left side, on the short side of the field where we are.
Do we have a timeout read,
We do
Jeremy?
have a timeout read, and our timeout read number 1. We'd like to remind our viewers to check out the thunderbeat.org for news, features, and entertainment coverage of Bellevue West and the Bellevue Offit community.
Ava, are you involved in the Thunderbeat? The Thunderbeat? Oh, Ava does some great content on the Thunderbeat.
You can follow at the Thunderbeat on Twitter and Instagram, and to get the latest website updates such as photo galleries of sporting events, music and movie reviews, and feature stories about the teachers and students. And after the timeout by Omaha Burke, it is still 2nd down and 12 to go. Here, 7 minutes and 40 seconds here in this first quarter, 0-0 ball game.
Ben Goodwater shifting over to the other side.
And again, Davon Hall is now on the left side of the quarterback as Daniel Kalin with Gio in the backfield throws over to Isaiah McMorris, and he gets away from his defenders. He's going all the way to the 20-yard line. He got caught just a fingertip away from scoring the touchdown from 47 yards away.
I told you, McMorris is a baller. He likes having that ball in his hands, and he makes those yards after catch. It was they received the ball about 5 yards, 6 yards off the line of scrimmage, made two guys miss, almost made a house call.
And you know who we haven't called tonight already? Kyrell Jordan's name. We haven't even mentioned Kyrell Jordan as he lines up in the slot in the same size Davon Hall to Daniel Kalin's left. And he's a blocker on this play. As the ball is to Hall. He gets away for an open touchdown from the 23-yard strike. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Thunderbirds for the first score here, as there is a after-the-play penalty, and it looks like a celebration penalty. Right now, the score is 6-0, 7 minutes and 6 seconds here to go. In the first quarter, it's 6-0. We'll see what the penalty is.
I like that. It's
unsportsmanlike conduct.
I don't like the unsportsmanlike
That
penalty.
was on Gio Contreras, apparently. And Ian Shepard coming up to kick his first PAT at home. And, of course, my broadcast partner has been waiting this whole time to say
he's got to kick it in.
Ian Shepard, the kicker.
It's good. Everyone loves that joke. It's hilarious. Jeremy, I love that we're getting Hall involved early. In the first game, he was used as a decoy. Sometimes you talked about Kyrell Jordan. We haven't called his name. He got a lot of touches at the benefit of Hall.
So from the 25-yard line, the snap is low, fielded by the holder, and he throws it out of bounds. He gets knocked out of bounds, but nobody was open after that failed kick conversion at that point. So Ian Shepard didn't get a kick at Ian. He didn't get a kick it at all.
Well, that makes me sad.
So here we go. It's 6-0 after the point after touchdown failed on the bad snap. So 7 minutes, 6 seconds here as Bellevue West looks to kick the ball off again from that same Ian Shepard, who didn't get a chance to kick the PAT.
Yeah, it's a little bit more, West in the past has relied so heavily on their quick strikes, right? It's this team takes a little bit more time to do things. It's 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's only 6-0. I think at this point in the game last year, it was a couple touchdowns in for Bellevue West. So Burke, definitely they struggled in their first offensive possession, but just put a couple runs together. They're right in this game, Jeremy.
Isn't it great to hear the pep band play the fight song?
We will cheer our team to victory, Thunderbirds of Bellevue West. Have we talked about our executive producer yet today?
We have not.
Oh, my gosh. Can we give shouts to Miss Rouse, our EP of the Thunderbird?
As the ball is kicked off, and it's bounced off of one of the Omaha Burke players, and they do recover. It's going to be at the 29-yard line from the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 here. As Katsky and company come back out.
Katsky, I like that. Let's see what happens. Let's see if.
I'm sorry. It is Rodney Whaley. Katsky was their quarterback last year.
Right, and Katsky's playing. He just.
No, he graduated.
He's not playing. Rodney Whaley is playing. And let's see if we're going to use his arm a little bit more. They did have success throwing the ball last game. I know they're trying to set up the run game, but you got to move the ball, Jeremy. Didn't have a whole lot of success.
Last week, Rodney Whaley was 16 for 28, 142 yards with 1 interception. He's a 3-year varsity player for Omaha Burke. And he'll bring the offense out with a running back and a fullback to his right and left. He throws the ball complete to number 4, who gets a nice gain. Number 4, Tanner Nielsen, gets about 5 yards.
Yeah, Tanner Nielsen there. Asher Jenkins on the coverage. Asher was expecting the ball to be thrown a little bit more on the inside, and it was just a good touch throw around outside shoulder of the receiver, able to make a good play.
Interesting when you have 4 down linemen, and then somebody's got responsibility in the flat when you have 2 running backs in the backfield. One's a fullback, but some of the guy has, responsibility if that ball's going to be thrown out into the flat. As Ronald Whaley gets the ball and he hands it off to, it looks like Mason Blankenship Jones,
nothing.
number 3.
Absolutely nothing on that.
And he is nothing, no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 4. let's call it a long 4, but 3rd down and 4 here.
Stop by Donovan Whitfield. Donovan Whitfield, I don't know, can we call him the unsung hero, or is he the actual hero of the last 2 games? He doesn't get quite the press of some of the other players, but made 2 amazing plays in each of the first 2 wins for Bellevue West.
And Bellevue West, of course, as you mentioned, has been playing good defense, especially late in the game. As the ball is completed, it's not completed. He went to high catch that ball. I couldn't see because of the Bellevue West players. It was going to be a fantastic catch for a high school wide receiver.
Yeah.
Nelson couldn't come up with it.
Absolutely right. He had it all the way until the ground. It was great coverage by Calvin Easterling. Put a good lick on him. So
McVeigh's defense holds strong once again, as they did last week in that 28-26 win over the NSAA football, darlings of the state tournament last year, Omaha North. Davon Hall's in the backfield to receive this punt.
You see Davon Hall back there, you get a little excited, right? You just expect some magic to happen. We'll see if it's going to happen right now. Well, there's a whistle.
There's a whistle, and what are we going to see here?
You got to move him back.
There must have been a pre-snap penalty. Delay a game. And, you go to a couple of the other stadiums around the Omaha Metro, and you don't see play clocks. So you come here to Fineman Field, and there's play clocks ready to go, so the offenses and special teams units know. The ball is blocked at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to bounce out of bounds, the 41-yard line.
Asher Jenkins got in there and made a heck of a play there to get excellent field position, but there is a flag on the field.
And it looks like a far sideline as Mr. Cluster Johnson just walks up to take his place here in the crowd.
Looks like LeBron James is with him.
I don't think so, sir.
No, but they were wearing a LeBron James shirt?
Yeah, they do make those.
Oh.
People can buy them. They can wear them.
He's good. Did you know that? He's a good player.
He's fantastic. He's
LeBron.
not the greatest of all time.
Stop.
He's fantastic. First down from the 41-yard line as Daniel Kalin and company are ready to do this second series, as he's going to throw the ball deep, and there was a pass interference, clear pass interference. Isaiah McMorris gets knocked over at the 10-yard line, and the defensive back gets hurt interfering with him.
Marcus Buchanan came up a little limp after that. He obviously didn't mean to trip over him, and that's too bad. But Danny Dimes, he thought he was getting another touchdown on that one. It's a good throw.
So previous spot, you add 15 yards. You get a first down here. Should be down about the 27-yard line when they mark it. Yeah, 26-yard line here. 1st and 10. We'll see what they do. Are they going to air it out again and throw towards the end zone, or are you going to play conservatively and they hand the ball off? And that's number 24, C.J. Goff.
Yeah,
that's a name I wasn't prepared to call today.
Yeah, Scott defensive just with a good stick there in the backfield.
He picks up 5, Goff does, on that first down run.
Yeah, good run by Goff. Showed a nice burst out of the backfield.
Second down. And Danny Dimes throws the ball over, and there was no
Are you kidding me?
Defensive holding, pass interference as he throws for McMorris again, and nothing at all. Either the ref couldn't get the flag out of the pocket, or he didn't see what we saw from our angle.
Well, the ref was behind the player. Perhaps it was, like you said, masked there, but looked pretty obvious. A handhold from here. Coach Huffman was a little frustrated that there was a no call.
He got rerouted for sure on that play. But we're not down there. We aren't wearing the stripes. We're not calling the calls. We're just the jokers up here that you listen to on Team Prep 1.
Look at this.
As Davon Hall gets the ball again, and he goes in for the touchdown. Touchdown. Thunderbirds, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns from Danny Kalin to Davon Hall. We call that all day, every day.
Yeah, we kind of expected that to be happening a lot this season, touchdown hookups between those two. But on both of those touchdown receptions, good nifty moves by Hall, both of them showing patience to find the hole. Excellent route running.
Number 41, Ian Shepard,
That's better. He kicked it in.
Bellevue West 13, Omaha Burke Bulldogs nothing after 2 drives here. Still 5 minutes, 23 seconds here in the first quarter. 13-0 ball game because there was a failed point after touchdown.
You know, you do feel for Burke. It's a brand new coach. There's some new players on this team, and they open up the season against Gretna and go to Bellevue West. That is a tough gauntlet. Season's going to keep going for them. It is good for Bellevue West fans if you want to play the comparison game. We saw what Gretna was able to do to Burke last week, and we're seeing what Bellevue West is doing right now. We'll see if they can keep pace or if it's going to get a little bit closer than it's currently been.
So now Bellevue West looking to kick off here with Ian Shepard teeing it up again.
Do you think we're going to have our first full-fledged kick?
Well, it'd be interesting because that was kind of a little pooch kick to catch them off guard.
And it was also
pushed
back because of the penalty.
Marcus Buchanan and Bryson Nelson in the back to receive the ball, and he takes the ball from the 15-yard line. He gets it out to the 27. Nice little return. There is a penalty. Be interesting to see the referee here tonight. The head referee was the guy who got his flag out of the pocket.
Sean Schutte made the tackle on that.
And we'll see here. It'll be a holding penalty, and it's going to move him back 10 yards from the point of the foul. So we'll see what we get for a starting position here.
I get
for
that.
Ronald Whaley.
You're a high school kid. You're down 2 scores early. You want to go that extra mile to help your player, but those holding calls just kill you.
So we get a starting from the 15. That's exactly where he took the ball from. Number 13, Marcus Buchanan. That's where he fielded the ball. So all that was for naught. 5 minutes, 16 seconds here in the first quarter as they are getting the ball back for the third time after the successful onside kick to start off the game. And Whaley and company hand the ball off to Blankenship Jones. And he is tackled way in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. And I can't get a number on that. They're too far on the other side of the field.
Jackson Remmert, perhaps? Jackson Remmert, 79. And
Asher Jenkins on the call. Mr. Lemon bailing us out here.
I do like seeing Jackson and Jamarian Campbell line up next to each other. They sat next to each other in the bass section of concert choir last year. So maybe I had a hand in the defensive line's unity here. Do you think so, Jeremy?
Maybe. I'm not really sure that
I'll go
that
talk
all
to
tracks,
McVeigh,
but
see what he thinks.
The color commentator and the music choir director, they have superpowers. So as Whaley's looking to throw the ball here to Nielsen, and there's going to be a penalty, and that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, it was definitely both ways.
Yeah, they were jousting for the ball and position, and Davon Hall was looking for the ball the entire time. So it'll be interesting to see what the call is.
It looks like it's going against Bellevue West, judging by Hall's reaction. But I could see him being frustrated on that. I thought it was clean.
It'll be defensive holding, so that will give you 10 yards. And
interesting.
10 yards from the spot of the foul, or from the original line of scrimmage, makes it second down and I believe 3 to go here.
It's also interesting to see Hall playing in the secondary. In the past, Huffman's been hesitant to have players play both ways. But starting midway through last season, that started happening a little bit more, and we're seeing it tonight with Contreras and Hall and some other players.
Second down and 4 to go here for Mr. Rodney Whaley. As he hands the ball off to Blankenship Jones, who gets away.
Okay.
And he's going down. He picks up the first down and more. He gets about 7 yards there.
Yeah, good tough run. Was able to avoid a couple attempted arm tackles. Tough kid.
Great run. It would be 1st and 10 for the Omaha Burke Bulldogs. And
that's their first down of the game, correct?
Yes. They didn't have a first down over here. Yeah.
I don't think so.
So, yes. It'll be first down as Burke, with 4 minutes here, is down 13-0 against the Bulldogs. You're listening to the Thunderbeat here on Team Prep 1 Bellevue.com watching live.
Did we lose Ava? We lost Ava. That's okay. I think she's coming back.
As Jamorian gets held in the backfield,
Right.
It should have been a holding call against Burke. The ball is incomplete, thrown at number 5, Terrence Nelson.
Jeremy, do you think most play callers work in commentary about the refs mid-call? I like the way you do things. And I agree with you. That looked like
I'm just telling the story of the game
Painting the
and
picture.
what is happening. If you're not watching, just listening to us, the dulcet tones of Mr. Reimer and myself.
Thank you. 2nd and 10?
2nd and 10 to go here for Omaha Burke as a player runs on late.
Yeah, late substitution.
Looks like Mason Blankenship-Jones run on here to be to Whaley's right. As he's throwing the ball to the outside of the flat, It is complete. Fantastic catch by number 17, Jamari Allen.
Asher thought he had a pick 6 on that one. So did I, to be honest with you. Read the play, just didn't quite judge it correctly.
Donovan Whitfield keeps it only a game 8 for them. It could have been more as he knocks them out of bounds.
3rd and 2. Stand up and shout. Do you think our crowd's going to get into it, Jeremy? Doesn't look like it.
No,
at this point.
they
That's,
don't. It's a 13-0 ball game right now. Nobody's standing up and shouting.
The student section is standing up.
Section.
They're not shouting, though. They are. Well, I'm not sure what they're doing. It's good to stay away from that area.
So here we go. Whaley looking to pick up, and the blitz is coming, and the ball is completed. It was a great catch there over on the far side of the field by number 2, Brighton Nelson.
Brighton Nelson. You said it was a great catch. I think it was a heck of a throw by Whaley. He took a shot. He knew that was coming, and he put the ball exactly where he was supposed to be.
So after that second first down of the drive for Omaha Burke, and they've had the ball for a while.
Yeah,
exactly. 4 minutes now.
In the hot, humid weather like this is the longest our defense has had to be on the field. Wonder how their conditioning is going to hold up.
And some of those players are also
Great
on
play.
offense. And it was an option play, is pitched to the back man, and he is held there for a 4-yard gain.
I love that play
Number
call.
17, Jamari Allen was the one. It was actually a shovel pass forward for a completed pass for 4 yards.
West has been getting a lot of penetration here on defense, so why not try to take advantage of that with a little screen pass, a little bubble pass. Look for more of that from Burke here moving forward.
Yeah, and I just noticed now that Arope is not playing. Jacob Arope is here on the sideline without a jersey on. You can notice because he's the tallest guy out there, the center for the basketball team for Coach Woodard. And the ball is handed off in the middle line. Messiah Strong, number 7, the first time we've called his name tonight, and it's for no gain.
Jaden Bullion and Jamarian getting in there on the tackle as well. Bullion. I want to say Bullion. I apologize.
Bullion. Bullion almost looking for his 30th tackle on the year.
Yeah,
and remember, this is
he's
the
a baller.
3rd game of the season for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, he's legit.
Week 2, game 3.
He's going to get a couple phone calls.
As
from
there
the
is
next
a
level.
false start on number 5 for the Burke High Bulldogs, Terrence Nelson.
Little eager. Oh, but when it's 3rd and manageable at 6.
And now it's 3rd and 10.
After successful play, this is you just can't have penalties when you're a team like Burke. You're going up against a defense that's had your numbers so far. You have to keep it clean if you're going to have success.
3rd down and 11 for the Bulldogs here.
Look for a throw to the side here. That's where they've had their most success.
As Davon Hall, who, yes, he is playing defensive back, is on our side of the field, and it looks like there was another false start, but it wasn't called. As he's completed right at the sticks, are they going to give him the first down?
Looks short.
Way the far side referee has it marked short. But then they're going to give him the first down. It's just too close.
Wow.
So
interesting.
3rd first
Great
down
pass,
on
though.
Yeah, absolutely great pass by Whaley.
He found the sticks, put it right where it needed to be.
They were playing off.
Good
and
for
they
you,
completed
Whaley.
the play.
That's a baller. He's not intimidated at all.
1 and 38 seconds, and there must be a timeout on the field. As we go to our second timeout,
Ooh.
Mr. Reimer,
Yeah.
we have questions provided by our Thunderbeat
I love
staff.
that. So the high school students of the Thunderbeat are coming up with content. Shouts to you guys. You're doing a great job.
What is Omaha Burke doing well so far?
They're doing a lot of things well. What I'm most impressed at this drive is they're not backing down, right? They're showing grit. They're showing toughness. Bellevue West kind of popped them in the mouth. And what are they doing? They're responding. They've had a slow, methodical drive with a couple of, penalties going against their way, and yet they keep chugging along. Third and long, they pick it up. Third and short, they pick it up. And now they have the ball on Bellevue West side of the field in their best drive so far.
And the best way to keep the Bellevue West offense off the field? Keep it on offense. Do long, methodical drives.
For me personally, Jeremy, I get more excited when the Bellevue West offense is on the field. I think that's when you score the touchdowns.
And those questions were given to us by Fletcher Anders and Beck Frazier, and we appreciate having stuff to talk about during those timeouts.
Fletcher and Beck, shouts to you guys.
As Whaley keeps it himself, and he's stopped at the line.
Ooh.
I believe it's number 21, and it looks the ball came out late, but Whaley was down by that point. Number 21, Asher Jenkins, met him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Whaley has to step off. His helmet came off, so he's got to go out for at least a play. That's the second or third time the ball has looked to have come out as we're going. Jeremy, you can't distract me as I'm talking. I can't multitask. You're showing me things. My mouth is still working. Gosh,
we can't.
Fans, I apologize.
We can't shut that off either. His mouth's always working.
I know.
He's like a little hamster ready to go as I'm doing this big, long introduction. As the ball is handed off to Mason Blankenship-Jones, the play is marked dead. It looks like it is a false start against the Burke Bulldogs. And those penalties, those pre-snap penalties, that's got to be the fourth one on this drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has kept Burke, gaining yards they shouldn't have to.
Yeah, do you think that's what is that? What's the reason they do that? Do you think that's still a first-year coach and the new coaching style and system? Do you think it's just players that are, amped up and
concentration and maybe it's the snap count as Whaley's, it almost looks like they're trying to get off the line just as fast as they can to get any advantage they can as the ball is being thrown to and completed to number 3,
Mason Blankenship-Jones. Yeah, great check down. They had set up.
And there was a holding penalty in the backfield. It looked kind of iffy there, the type of blocking they were doing against the Bellevue West.
The past 3 times they played that, they'd thrown it down the line towards Tanner Nielsen, set it up. This time they went inside. Looked like a great play, but another penalty for Omaha Burke. Boy, it seemed like their offense has been on the field for a long time. Is it?
Yeah, so it started with like 6 minutes and 50 seconds, and now we're down to 43 seconds to go here in this first quarter. 13-0 here, the Thunderbirds over the Burke Bulldogs.
Maybe that is the plan. Pick up a first down, get a penalty, stall it a little bit, pick up a first down, run it, get a penalty. That's what Purdue did not do last night, is stop the clock. Relevant.
To keep the, as the ball is completed over to the far side of the field by what a fantastic play after catch.
Number 3, Mason Blankenship-Jones again. He is a ball player.
So that was number 2. Check that. Number 2, Brighton Nelson on the play.
I'm pretty sure it was number 3.
And he is hurt on that side of the field after trying to make a wonderful catch after.
Looks like it's a cramp, but let's hope that's all it is for tonight and for the rest of the season moving forward. But he's a heck of a player. I'd like to see him keep playing tonight. Jeremy, do we have another read?
I don't know if we're supposed to read these during official timeouts or we're supposed to talk about how, it is hot out there tonight.
Oh,
and Burke is looking to cramp up in their second game. This is Bellevue West's third game. So they have a little more of their sea legs under them already. You know?
Absolutely. Our crowd is in mid-season form right now. First home game, but third game in general. I was impressed. Bellevue West crowd has traveled pretty well. Big crowd hold on. I have
Hey,
to clap. Yeah, thank you. But
the people are clapping, and you
Look
can
at
look
this.
at, the former athletes down there, Mr. Johnson and Mr. Eric Strickland's down there, and
Yeah,
they're
big
jamming
supporters.
out to it.
Are they jamming out?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're jamming out. They're nodding their heads. But we see Mr. Rippey in the stands there. We see, who do we see? We saw Mommy down there. See Mr. Waller.
Have we seen the venerable Don Reimer yet here tonight?
You know, Pappy's not showing up for this game. If it's above 90, he stays at home. He's a fragile young man.
A fair weather fan.
Yeah. And I love you, Dad. Shouts to you. Speaking of shouts to family, do we have any family of yours at home watching, Jeremy?
Oh, they were going to go to a movie tonight.
No, Josiah took your hat and then went to a movie? What movie? Oh, did he go see Top Gun?
They were going to go see Up at church. It was family night at church.
I bet he would have more fun at Top Gun.
So
that movie rules.
The first quarter expires here, 13-0, as we're going to shift. And now Omaha Burke is going to be driving to the north end zone. Bellevue West will be defending the north end zone.
Burke had that for the final 5 minutes and 42 seconds of the first quarter. It felt like an hour. That just kind of drug on a little bit. We'll see if the second quarter will move any quicker for either team. And if you're Bellevue West, this the start that you wanted to have. Get up 2 quick scores early, still have everybody relatively rested and healthy, and thinking that you have a chance to continue the score. Maybe get some more players playing tonight than have had a chance in the past.
The players on offense here are getting a very long timeout as the defense is trying to get the ball back for that high-flying offense, as the Omaha Burke Bulldogs have a 3rd and 6.
Jeremy, what's the best movie
3rd and
you
19,
saw this summer?
I'm sorry. And I didn't go to any movie.
Oh.
I haven't been to the movie theater in such a long time.
The answer is Top Gun Maverick.
I did not go to that. I
My
haven't
goodness,
seen
it's
it.
a masterpiece.
I did see
Mr. Ross, have you seen Top Gun Maverick? She said it was incredible. She loved it.
And she
That
has
scene when he was flying the plane and then dodging the missiles, and then the other guy was flying in over. Do you remember that? You haven't seen it. It's great. For you people listening, you love it.
3rd and 19 here to go as the ball's on the 44. I feel like they don't have the yardage markers right. I mean, they say 3rd down and 19. It's really like 3rd and 6. The yardage marker isn't even where the ball is spotted.
Well,
they're trying to figure it out as the referees are on the other side.
I think they forgot to flip.
The dial-it-down guy is there, and
Come on.
the chain gang is having trouble here as we go into the second quarter.
This reminds me of when the mascots were playing the Little League kids. Do you remember?
Uh-huh.
Trying their best. Where's he going?
That's where the first
That's
down
where the
should
first
be.
down should be. Okay.
So they.
You know what he's saying right now? Great googly moogly.
Oh, great googly moogly.
Where does this? Huh?
As
He
the
goes where?
12 minutes here, as we're trying to start the second quarter.
Oh boy.
I thought it was a really long third down. They moved everything around. They confused me. It's 3rd and 19 to go.
No, the sign says 3 yards to go. I know they're. Oh wait. 19. Okay, now they have it fixed.
As they have the digital, yardage markers here at Fiman Field, and it's 3rd and 19. As it doesn't even say that right now, but it's 3rd and 19.
It's fine. McVay looks to bring the pressure here.
As Whaley's coming and he's being pressured, he's going to have to take off. He's ahead of the line of scrimmage, and he picks up a very nice gain. He would got a first down if there wasn't 3rd and 19. So it'll be 4th down in a long 7 or 8 to go here.
Yeah, Carson Ames laid the hit on him. I thought it was a pretty good hit, but it seemed to have knocked the wind out of Ames more than it did out of Whaley.
And the punter for Omaha Burke, number 4, Tanner Nielsen, is also a wide receiver, so you got to watch the fake punt possibility.
Yeah, they've already shown this game that they're not afraid to, get a little creative with their special teams. I'd imagine, though, at this point, they'd kick it away.
And he does, and Davon Hall is back there to receive, and he's going to let it bounce. Oh, no, and it doesn't go in the end zone. But the fielder, the guy who downs the ball, touched it and slid into the end zone, and it's going to be on the 1 yard
they're
line.
marking it on the 1, but it should be a touchback.
And he gets hurt. And the ball is downed where he touches it, and I guess he didn't drag it into the end zone, they're saying, as number 5, Terrence
Nelson,
was the one who saved it from going into the end zone. What a fantastic punt by number 4, Tanner Nielsen, for the Omaha Burke Bulldogs.
Yeah, Hall did the right thing. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't want to touch it and risk anything, but that's tough when you just stand there and look at it land on the 1 yard line.
As they're tending to him, and it looks like it's another cramping issue.
I hope it's just a cramp.
Warm out here.
That's a tough one in the locker room the next day. What happened? How'd you get hurt? Who hit you?
The turf.
The turf, gotcha. But that's okay. Good to see him. He's walking off. He'll be back in no time.
Well, let's see what they do here on the shadow of their own goal line, as Danny Kalin and company have had a while to rest.
I think this is a house call right away. First shot,
you tell them.
Huffman likes to.
You send them all on the 9 route and have everybody go.
Go get them.
As you know,
trust your line as of right now.
Terrence Nelson was one of their starting defensive backs. Probably lined up against McMorris or Hall on some of those plays. And Mr. Reimer is right, as the 9 ball is thrown to McMorris, and he has to come back to it. And it's going to be a house call. 99 yards. Isaiah McMorris, untouched. Touchdown. Thunderbirds. 99 yards. Kalin. 2. McMorris, this place is going nuts.
Holy cow. And, it really wasn't a well-thrown ball. That is actually one of Danny's worst throws of the night. But McMorris, just a baller, knows what he's doing, came back, and then it was off to the races. He is special with the ball in his hands.
I was at a game where Eric Crouch ran 99 yards against the Tigers of Missouri. I have never seen anything like that here in high school football before, as Ian Shepard kicks it in. And we get a 20-0 ball game. The Bellevue West Thunderbirds 20, Bulldogs nothing.
Now, I'm trying to do a better job of keeping track of stats this season, Jeremy. It's possible that I've missed one, but if my records are correct, Danny Kalin is 3 for 5 with 3 touchdowns already. That's not a bad stat line.
Absolutely.
No, I'm sorry. He is 5 for 6. 5 for 6. And with 3 touchdowns.
Danny Kalin, who we said was getting a lot of phone calls this week already, he's probably going to get a couple more tomorrow after the game he had tonight here so far.
And just a good kid, hard-working guy, keeps his head out of trouble and does well in the classroom. I was able to talk to him and ask him if all these schools contacting him were a distraction, were a pressure, and he said he sees it as an opportunity that not everybody gets to have. He's trying to enjoy it as much as he can, and seems to be having a good junior year so far.
And the Room 426 drive summary: 1 play, 1 catch, 99 yards.
Did somebody predict that, perhaps?
Yeah, as the ball is kicked out of bounds by Shepard. It will start now at the 35-yard line after the illegal procedure penalty, kicking it out of bounds.
So he did not kick it in.
He kicked it out.
He kicked it out. I like it when he kicks it in.
Kicks it out.
Myself. That's okay. That's all right.
We're working on it,
so
folks.
Do you think the defensive line came and said, Danny, give us a second, right? We were just out here for 20 minutes. Maybe give 3 plays, right? Not a lot of breathing time for the defense. I'm sure they don't care. They're energized. They're ready to get another 3 and out here.
3 and out for the defense is the hope for Wade McVeigh to get the ball back to Danny Kalin and company.
Danny Dimes, getting his nickname.
As Ronald Whaley is looking to keep the ball, and he hands it off on the triple option play as the ball comes out at the end. He was down,
yeah.
Before that. It looks like it was handed off to number 43, Amar Scott, the running back / linebacker fullback man.
It's just textbook football. They run it 4 times immediately. First series of the game, they pick up 1, 2, total of 5 yards. But now as the game's getting on, Bellevue West starting to let those 1-yard games become 4-yard games. Maybe later in the game it becomes a 7-yard game. We'll find out.
2nd down and 5 to go as the ball's handed off again. He's stopped at the line as a Bellevue West Thunderbird's helmet comes off. Oh, no, actually it was Burke's helmet. Number
64 is walking off. That was a collision.
Wow, Tyrell Peak was the player who lost his helmet, starting offensive lineman for Burke. 3rd down and 4, and they're bringing in a guy, number 56 for him, Willow Miller. He'll be the guy who checks in on the offensive line.
3rd and 9, look for some pressure here. It's not 3rd and 9.
3rd and 4 to go here.
On the board, it's marked 3rd and 9.
On the scoreboard.
They'll fix it.
As Whaley is looking to pick up a 1st down and not go 3 and out. He gets hit, and then he goes ahead, but it's still a sack. Still going to be a sack of 2 yards as Omaha Burke wanted a penalty against Bellevue West. Oh, he's yelling at his own player.
Yeah, Stanley Hayter is kicking himself. He had pressure there. He had him in the backfield, but was able to disrupt it enough to have a team tackle there for Bellevue West. Nice stop, 3 and out. Let that offense cook again with
4th down and 6 to go. Tanner Nielsen had a fantastic punt down at the 1 last time. Isaiah McMorris is not that far back. He is at the 25-yard line, and he hasn't had a big, breath of fresh air. He scored a touchdown, so he will get away from the ball. It is downed by number 3, Mason Blankenship-Jones. Oh, sorry, number 9, Jason Wamba.
Yeah, great showing so far for Bellevue West. This is what you would hope, but not necessarily what you would have expected, I guess. I going into this game, I anticipated being a little bit closer, but West is just showing off the level of their athleticism at every facet of the game right now and looking pretty darn good.
Daniel Kalin, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout called. The last time out of the half for Omaha Burke, and we get our 3rd timeout read.
Yeah.
Hey, AJ, do you know about FBLA?
No, what is it?
They are the
Hold on. Friends with big little animals.
No, they are the future business leaders of America.
Okay.
A group of young, rising business leaders. We travel, we make business connections, get involved in the business world and our community, and learn lifelong skills. Come join us at our picnic Tuesday, September 6th, the day after Labor Day, at 6 p.m. in Washington Park of Old Town Bellevue. Questions? See Mrs. Hinkle in room 312 or Mrs. Britton in counseling.
I love Mrs. Hinkle. Every time I talk to Mrs. Hinkle, I end up leaving with a $40 sweatshirt. I don't know how it happens. She's an excellent salesman. And every time, hey, Mr. Amber, let's have a talk. Oh, you want to just be my friend? Oh, I bought a hat.
A sucker's born every day.
But they are quality merchandise from the store. Shouts to you, Hinkle.
So
speaking of hats, do you have a hat, Jeremy?
I don't have a hat. My son commandeered it for himself.
Mrs. Hinkle, we need a new hat.
3 years old and says, "No, Daddy, that's my hat, my Thunderbirds hat," as he yells, "Go Thunderbirds" to me.
Love it. New fan.
Daniel Kalin is looking to go here as the Bellevue West Thunderbirds want to go 4 for 4 on touchdown drives here as the ball's completed outside. Is that the first time? Number 15, Ben Goodwater. That's the first time we've called his name tonight.
I love Ben Goodwater. Nice kid, junior. Played sparingly last season.
Jamari Allen on the tackle for Burke as they want to get up and go. The Bellevue West offense as he hands the ball off to number 13, Gio Contreras on the counter play.
No, that's 27 again.
Oh,
24,
CJ Goff.
He's getting a lot of playing time right now. I like that. I wonder if Contreras is just catching a breather or if they're trying to get a little bit more experience for somebody else.
Do you see him here on the sideline at all?
I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe Ava can check with the camera there. What do you think, Ava? All right. Doing great, Ava.
As the ball is handed off there to number 24, C.J. Goff, and it's being recovered by a big guy. There's a fumble by C.J. Goff, and number 59 for the Thunderbirds.
That's going to be Kellen Steuben picking it up.
Lands on the fumble. That was almost a disaster here. It is a first down play anyway, thanks to Kellen Steuben.
Yeah, tough run, good evasive hurdle there at the beginning, and you like to see the big fella of the line making his way up and being productive at the end of the play.
And he's following down the field, looking for work as Daniel Kalen rolls out to his left. He's going to throw the ball deep to none other than number 5, Dave on Hall. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. And he thought he was going to do a dance. He decided better, maybe we don't do a dance after this touchdown. But that is third connection of the night for Kalen to Hall.
My favorite thing about that play, it just looked comfortable. It just looked relaxed. Danny, had all this pressure sitting on him over the summer, and everyone was telling him, you're the next big thing, you're the next big thing. And it looked like he was kind of pressing a little bit at the beginning of the season. Boy, he is comfortable and in complete command of the offense right now. Excellent observation and touch. Good job, Danny Kalen.
So after the point after touchdown, Shepard kicked it.
Ian!
And we have a 27-0 ball game here on the Thunder Beat.
Feels good, doesn't it, Jeremy?
You're joining us here on TeamPrep1.com. You're listening to Mr. A.J. Reimer, Mr. Jeremy Block, as we commentate these home games for the Bellevue West Thunderbirds this 2022 season.
We've got a lot of home games this year, don't we, Jeremy? How many home games do we have?
4.
Okay, so we don't have a lot of home games. And that's sad for me. But hopefully we'll get a couple home playoff games, and we'll see what happens. I think we've lost a member of our booth. I'm going to check a little bit to see what happened. Jeremy, you're on your own.
So Shepard kicks the ball off here. So it'll be from the 40-yard line. As we're waiting for a kicking ball. There hasn't been a kicking ball as Huffman throws the ball and the kicker catches it. So.
Sorry about that, Jeremy. I had to step out. There were some fans at the door. They wanted a clarification. You said I was the American Choral Director of the Year. I was not. Simply the Nebraska version. So
American.
But the Nebraska chapter, and, doesn't matter.
As the ball is fielded, as it was that little pooch kick again, number 37 wisely gets that ball for Omaha Burke. Colton Skelton.
Yeah, because we saw earlier in the season what happens if he does not touch that ball, Jeremy.
It's a live ball.
It's a live ball.
It's like an onside kick. If you go to, Dublin and you're trying to have the momentum and you're trying to get an onside kick opportunity to go even more, even though you're only up 11. So that's kind of the same situation.
Urban Meyer likes to do that type of stuff.
You're up 27-0, and you do that little pooch kick, and you're still trying to field the ball because you want to put on the gas still.
Listen. My son Charlie and I are going to the Husker game tomorrow. It's his first trip to Memorial Stadium for a real game. Couldn't be more excited.
As Whaley is
a
fumble, and Bellevue West recovers. Number.
What's hard to tell, isn't that?
The numbers.
89
Carson Ames. Number 89 Carson Ames, the 6'4", 240-pound senior.
Yeah, just pressure all over the place by the Bellevue West defensive line. It was hard to pinpoint who got there first, but Carson Ames was able to have awareness, jump on the ball, and look at this, Bellevue West back on the 17-yard line. So this is vintage Bellevue West offense now.
Bellevue West offense is number 14, Caden Watanabe.
Yeah, Terrence Nelson with a great pass breakup. Just had his hand right at the point of catch.
Watanabe.
Stop that. Watanabe.
Watanabe.
Correct. Yeah, I was told he was going to get some playing time tonight. Good to see him out there.
Caden, the senior, 6'2", 190 pounds, getting some time here tonight as some of the other players for the Bellevue West offense are getting snaps here early, or late, I should say, in the second quarter. As the ball's thrown to Isaiah McMorris. Isaiah McMorris is heading towards the end zone. That's just all willpower. He gets it down to the 1. I'm sure he broke the plane, but he got down to the 1-yard line. So that was a 17-yard play. It'll be first down and goal.
He reminds me, Jay Ducker, do you remember how tough he would run with the ball? He'd find a hole, but he'd just keep fighting for those extra inches. I like watching McMorris play.
And the ball's handed off to number 13.
That's going to be
Gio
Contreras
for the touchdown. Thunderbirds.
Jeremy, you know it's 33-0 right now.
It is.
You know what that means, buddy?
We're 2 away from what we call the old running clock of the second quarter. Or second half. It was 6 minutes and 28 seconds here in the second quarter after Bellevue West converts on their 5th touchdown of the night and makes it 34-0 in this ball game. Thunderbirds all over the Omaha Burke Bulldogs.
This is when you bring your team in. If you're Omaha Burke, you bring your team in and you say, look, guys, this is unfair that we had to start the season the way that we did, but let's keep fighting, right? Right now, it looks like potentially the game is probably going to get away from us, but there's still a lot of positives we can get out of this. They have had a successful drive against Bellevue West. See if they can pick up, just string together 2-3 first downs here, and what you don't want to do is give another short field to Bellevue West to pad the score.
So Ian Shepard's going to tee it up again here, and from the 40-yard line.
Oh, Jeremy, you know what happens at halftime?
Halftime, we get the marching band.
The Thunderbird Marching Band, the first performance of the season by Mr. Eckhoff and Mr. Pinnaco's brand new show this year. It's exciting to see him.
Which I believe we cannot show.
Well, we can't broadcast. We don't have the broadcasting rights, but I will give a full rundown after the fact
as the
of
ball
my thoughts.
Is pooched again, and it's fielded to go ahead. It is a live ball. You can field that, and it goes all the way down to the 42-yard line. So a great catch from about the 35 goes all the way up to the 47.
Helmet came off again as he was going. Mr. Waller, how are you? Nice mustache, sir. Did it look like he was trying to pitch it?
He almost looked like he was trying to get every yard possible, and that was a very dangerous play.
Stretching out there. You like the effort, but, oh, boy.
So they're going to mark it first down from the 41-yard line. And we'll see.
Who do we have there? A couple new faces there for Bellevue West, although a lot of starters still playing. That's good. You want to sprinkle in some new faces a little at a time, and met right at the point.
Met in the line of scrimmage, and he's not going to get anywhere. He loses to Mason Jones on the carry.
Jamarian Campbell and Asher Jenkins, big stop up front. Called their name multiple times so far. They've played well this game.
And after that first game at Creighton Prep where it looked like the Bellevue West defensive line was going to have some troubles, they're doing very well here tonight.
Looking great. I'll be honest with you, Jeremy. I didn't hear what you said. I was looking at a text. I'll do better at my job. I apologize to the fans out there.
Whaley hands the ball off to number 7, and he gets waylaid there. That was Messiah Strong, number 7 for Omaha Burke.
Messiah Strong looks like he's still going into those pads a little bit and took a tough shot.
So it'll be 3rd down and 11, and after the good kickoff return with good field position, Burke's looking at another 3 and out here.
Jeremy, somebody hits you like that at the advanced age that you are. What do?
Oh, boy, I buckle at the knees.
Mama.
Ouch, I'll be in the ice bath for a week.
I'd go get a glass of milk.
As 3rd and 11 as the ball is tipped away, and we'll get a number here. Number 30. Marcus Buchanan was the intended target.
Yeah, looked like it was covered by number 28. That's going to be Caprice Keith.
I have number 38, Nathan Hudick.
Sorry, these dark jerseys with the numbers. Perhaps I'm getting old. It's tough to see.
They're tough to read. I will say that, especially
Ava,
the
our
front.
spotter here. Ava, did you catch what number that was? No, Ava had a hard time as well.
The ball is kicked off, and there's a fair catch called by number 5, Davon Hall.
Bellevue West with 80 yards to go, 4 minutes and 53 seconds to do it, to complete the half. We need to pick up 2 more points, Jeremy. Do you think it is possible?
I think anything's possible tonight by this Bellevue West offense, as they're looking for their 6th drive on offense to score their 6th touchdown.
Was that Kevin Garnett? Anything is possible. Yes? No?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry. It's wrong sport. We're watching football right now.
Watanabe,
Yep, Watanabe's in.
as he hands the ball off to, is that Buell?
I didn't catch a number. That's 13. Gio again.
That is Gio.
Yep.
Lamar Scott for Bellevue, or Burke on the tackle after a gain of 2.
Looks like we have a lot of fresh receivers in for Bellevue West.
As the ball is thrown to number 15.
That's going to be Ben Goodwater. I asked him the over-under of catches. He was hoping he would get 5 looks tonight. That's number 2. Uh-oh. We've got an injured Bellevue West Thunderbird on the field.
We'll try to get a number there for you.
Didn't see who it was.
First down. Let's go into our timeout read, because I don't think Bellevue West is going to get the 4th timeout read here for
I don't
us.
think they will either.
What is Bellevue West doing well so far?
Scoring touchdowns. They look relaxed. They look comfortable. The offense is clicking for the first time comfortably all season long, and the connection between Danny Kalin and my guy Davon Hall for 3 touchdowns and about 1 billion yards, doing all right. What do you think, Jeremy? What do you think they're doing well so far?
I think, they're blocking well, especially for Kalin. So you're looking at that as Daniel Kalin's having all the time in the world to throw the ball all over the yard.
Absolutely.
And you just let your playmakers make the plays.
Yep,
we got
no
a number
pressure
here yet on the injured Bellevue West player?
Looks like it's number 50 for Bellevue West, if I'm seeing correct. Again, these old eyes have a hard time seeing, and I don't have a name for number 50, so we'll see if we can figure that one out. I apologize to the fan. You deserve better than this.
Look how he's holding his shoulder. And Watanabe throwing the ball deep to number 5, Davon Hall. And he is wide open. Nobody's within 25 yards as the D goes in. Touchdown, 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 Thunderbirds. The 4th touchdown of the night for Davon Hall.
And that is the most open he is going to be all season long. Obviously a miscommunication on defense. That was you got him, no, you got him, and he had nobody
had him on that play.
Yeah, he didn't even break a sweat on that one.
Thunderbirds looking to score their 41st point here with 4 minutes and 7 seconds in the second quarter remaining as Shepard kicks it.
Ian!
As the point after touchdown is successful. So that'd be 7 touchdowns with 6 extra point conversions to give you that 41-0 score as the marching band is down on the field, so we get it played by the PA, and nobody's clapping along.
We love you, Jakey Poo.
So we got here as Mr. Reimer's giving shout-outs, literally shouting out the window.
Hey, when Jakey Poo gets in the building, you got to say hi to Jakey Poo. Shouts.
Jakey Poo.
Jakey Poo.
Are those his God-given names?
No, Jacob Denton
Okay.
was a freshman in the Bellevue West Marching Band years ago, and on his very first performance, his mother yelled out from the crowd, "We love you, Jakey Poo," and continued to do it for every marching band performance he was in for 4 years. Embarrassing, yes, ridiculous, of course. However, the name stuck, and we call him Jakey Poo to this day.
How many embarrassing times did he get as the ball is kicked off deep this
Great
time. First time we've seen that all night, and the coverage unit is giving up the return all the way down to the 11-yard line of Bellevue West. McCann comes with the ball.
Boy, how about the wheels on him?
Buchanan, wow, he got a seam. He went up it all the way from the 10 to the basically 10, 80 yards overall on that kickoff return. Fantastic kickoff return for Omaha Burke. Let's see what they can do within the 20-yard line of Bellevue West here. And, you almost got to look for touchdowns. I know any points is, motivation for you. But you really got to get a touchdown on if you're within the 15 of Bellevue West goal line.
It's 4-down territory all day. Got to put points on the board in the form of 6.
Whaley and company, as the ball is handed off on the middle of the line, is stopped for a loss of 1. So it's 2nd down and 11 here.
Yeah, 38 Nate Hudek got penetration and did not let him get away. Loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 here for Bellevue West. And notice not a whole lot of subs in right now for Bellevue West defense. The starters are back. They want to preserve this shutout so that we can have a running clock. I respect that.
Number 4, Bryson Guerin, is one of the defensive backs over here on this side of the field, matched up with number 4, Tanner Nielsen. It's a 4-on-4 battle over here as Whaley hands the ball off, and he's just stopped nowhere. So he goes back for 4 yards. He's going to make a 3rd down in a very long 16.
Yeah, 44 from Bellevue West met in the backfield. Aiden Morris, it's getting conservative again. They're just trying to run up the gut. They have not had success at all against Bellevue West. And when they have been able to pick up, 5, 6, 7 yards on the sideline by throwing it, I say trust the arm of your quarterback who's had a fairly hot hand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they haven't tried to pass yet, as Whaley, but Tom Osborne said 3 things can happen when you throw the ball, and 2 of them are bad. So here it is, an obvious passing down as he's hit, and the ball is almost intercepted by the Bellevue West defense.
What are you saying about bad things potentially happen? That was not the best play by Omaha Burke. Bellevue West just was able to read that the entire way, had pressure, got right up in his face, almost picked off. And they're going to go for it here. Miss Rouse is so excited for Bellevue West defense. Miss Rouse, what do you think?
I believe in the Fighting McVeys.
The Fighting McVeys on 4th down and 16 to defend here. See what happens to give the ball back, possibly for an 8th touchdown of the first half for the Bellevue West offense. And a fantastic catch there. Wow, what a fantastic catch as it goes through the arms of the defender for a touchdown for the Omaha Burke Bulldogs. Makes it 41-6 right now, folks.
Cade Zavala was right there on the defense. Just the ball was there first. It was good coverage, but it was a perfect pass. And Burke is on the board. 41-6.
Number 54, Michael McGovern, the senior kicker, offensive defensive lineman, gets the ball through. It is now a 41-7 ball game. 2 minutes, 21 seconds here in the second quarter.
You like that? Sailing, give it away. Isn't that Michael McDonald?
I didn't think we'd reference Michael McDonald here tonight.
Well, What was that? Jeremy, I don't know what song that was. I love it. I want to hear more of it.
That's more Michael McDonald. As we have been told by our producer to move on with the ball game here, as 2 minutes 21 seconds, 41-7 here as the Bellevue West Thunderbirds on TeamPrep1.com are waiting to receive the kickoff. The last time Omaha Burke kicked off, it was an onside kick that Omaha Burke recovered.
Talk about positives you can carry into the halftime, right? Omaha Burke looking fairly disastrous, 41-0. And what do? They just keep plugging away, score the first points of the game, and now they have a little momentum that maybe they can carry into the second half, but more importantly, carry into the rest of the games of the season.
Michael McGovern kicks the ball off to the 20-yard line as Isaiah McMorris finds a seam of his own, gets up to the 31-yard line.
Look who's back in at quarterback.
Back in at quarterback, number 10, Daniel Kalin. We saw this a little bit last year with Kalin and it escapes me now, number 12.
Oh, gosh. He passed for 2,700 yards last season.
It's
Goodness,
crazy.
I'll figure it out. Shouts to you. I'm so sorry. We're old. It's our issue, not yours.
As the ball is pitched forward to Isaiah McMorris, he gets away and he gets up to about the 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. He's 2nd and 7. A lot of yelling and screaming over there on the other sideline there by the coaching staff for
Yeah, thought
Burke.
potentially there was a hold missed by the referees.
Johansson. Luke Johansson.
Thank you, Johansson.
Oh, man, that's
Gosh.
terrible.
He was a warrior for West. I'm so sorry, Luke. You were such a good player.
Danny Kalin goes back to throw the ball, and he's going to find him on the post route, and just didn't get there. It was there for Isaiah McMorris. The ball just didn't.
Yeah, not quite enough mustard on that. McMorris had to make an adjustment, come back a little bit, and laid out for it. Just wasn't able to reel it in. And now it's 3rd and 6. Although you'd have to imagine, judging by Coach Huffman, if it was 4th and 6, he'd probably still go for it.
3rd and 6 on their own 34-yard line. Because Kalin, guess what, is also doing the punting duties this year. As he hands the ball off, is that Gio? And it looks like
Gio Contreras picked up about 5.
I think he got the first down. I think he's first down, depending on what they do here with the yardage marker. The officials are going to call timeout. Or are they going to measure?
First down.
Nope, they're going to call it a first down.
And
Gio Contreras. 1 minute, 24 seconds here to go in this half. The ball is not ready for play.
How is that? Trying to get a little hurry-up offense for Bellevue West playing with tempo, and they did not give enough time for substitution. Yeah.
So 1 minute, 23 seconds here on the clock.
I don't know.
Omaha Burke is allowed to substitute, even though Bellevue West did not.
Well, they were waiting. Burke was waiting to see what the play call or what the measurement marking was. Obviously, you're going to have different personnel if it's 4th and short, and they're
moving them back.
Delay a game.
Call it delay a game against Bellevue West, and that has to probably do with the fact that they did not allow them to substitute, because there was no way that Bellevue West.
That was about a 3-second play clock.
Yeah. As Danny Dimes is looking to throw the ball, he's going to take off. He's going to go. He's got daylight. He picks up the first down, goes out of bounds, and he is hit out of bounds low.
Quote unquote hit. I think he kind of tripped up. Defender obviously was not trying for anything malicious there. First time we've seen Danny use his legs. He just saw exactly what he needed. He saw 10 yards, picked up about 12. Was able to stop the clock at 1:13, keep this offense rolling.
Dan Kalin goes from 5 yards to 20 yards now total on the season rushing. As Gio gets the ball, he thought he was going to get stopped in the backfield. He goes ahead for 4 yards.
Yeah, there's a shifty little spin move there. Nice evasion to pick up an extra 4.
2nd down and 6 to go. 58 seconds. If you're a fan of running clocks, hopefully the Thunderbirds can do that for you here.
They have weapons on both sides of the field. Let's see where they go.
49 seconds as the ball is thrown, and it is intercepted by Omaha Burke, and he's returning the ball. He's got some daylight. It is knocked down by number 76 on offense. Number 76 is Zach Rippey.
Good job, Zach Rippey, getting the shot.
Byron Nelson, number 2 for Omaha Burke, gets the interception just as we teased the fact that there could be a running clock. So.
Yeah. And another player stretching here. Looks like Another cramp here for Omaha Burke. But, Kalen's last couple of throws have been short, little under, and Burke was ready for that. Had the safety just sitting ready to pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Rouse. 41-7. We're going to get to hang out a little bit longer together, Miss Rouse. Would you like a chair, Miss Rouse? No. First interception of the game for Danny Kalen. I'm curious how much more he's going to play in the second half. I suppose when you throw 4 touchdowns, you're allowed to have an interception before the half. 35 seconds, I'd imagine Omaha Burke will
on the
run it once.
7th drive,
call it a
they
half.
come up with an interception. And now Omaha Burke, they have the momentum.
The mighty Mo. I'm getting excited. I get to see a little marching band. And, shouts to our fans out there. Heard Mr. Crenshaw's watching us, enjoying this. Crenshaw has had himself a week here at Bellevue West, and hopefully he's able to enjoy some positive things. So shouts to you, Mr. Crenshaw. Glad you're enjoying it.
So Omaha Burke gets the ball, and they're going to down the ball, and they're going to run this to halftime. As Bellevue West will take a 41-7 lead into halftime. All Bellevue West here tonight so far, except for the one interception on the 7th drive for Bellevue West.
They were trying to get Hall his 5th touchdown of the night. Settle for 4 for right now, I guess. But halftime here, Jeremy, got to like everything you're seeing from Bellevue West, and some positives from Omaha Burke as well. And now we get to see the Bellevue West marching band.
And due to copyright restrictions, we are unable to show the marching band's performance. We will see you back here for the second half. Your halftime score is Bellevue West 41, the Omaha Burke Bulldogs 7. And we'll catch you in the second half. Bellevue West is up 41-7. We got a minute left here before they, reset the clock again, and they give the teams a little bit more time of a warm-up here. But 7 drives, 6 touchdowns for the Thunderbird offense. The other time, there was an interception in the middle of it. So they were going for their 7th touchdown of the first half. It ended up in a Danny Kalin interception. But Omaha Burke, they've scored their first points of the year. They get 7 on a fantastic kickoff return. The one time that Bellevue West has kicked it deep this year that we've seen, as he goes from the 10 to the 10, number 13, Marcus Buchanan, with his absolutely phenomenal return on that kickoff to set up the touchdown after 3 plays, and it was a 4th down touchdown, actually. It just Brody Carlin on the receiving end of that touchdown from number 10, Rodney Whaley, the quarterback, who's waited 3 years to get his chance to be the Omaha Burke Bulldogs starting QB. Referees then, of course, put 3 more minutes on the clock here of our halftime as we're bringing you here the Bellevue West home games on TeamPrep1.com. The Thunderbeat, Mr. Reimer is out there. He's talking to his legion of fans after a fantastic, just a wonderful marching band show. I wish we could show it, but due to copyright laws, we cannot do that. But it was just great, and every time you see Bellevue West, it's just a wonderful show conceived. There's real thought, real value put into it in the show and the spectacle. And we'll get a review here from Mr. Reimer himself, who, of course, is Nebraska's American Choral Director Association Most Outstanding Teacher of the Year 2021. Congratulations to him, and we just want to make sure we pump up his ego even more, especially when he's not here to hear it. So we'll get on here as he comes back here, and we'll get the second half started off. And I don't know how much we're going to see Daniel Kalin here in the second half, but Bellevue West clearly has this game in hand. It's just a matter of not if we're going to get to see a running clock situation. You do have to be up 35 points, and the clock will run instead of for changes of possession, injuries, timeouts, of course. The clock will continue to run through the second half. And as we mentioned, we've seen Mr. Johnson and Mr. Strickland. They both have left the building. They have seen enough, and we'll see how many other fans of the Bellevue West faithful will leave after the marching band's done here. So, as we get 52 seconds left to go here in the halftime show, Mr. Reimer still hasn't appeared. He's kind of like his son, as he'd show up at the very last minute, and we'd finally get a videographer. Miss Julie Rouse, of course, our producer, is doing dual duties here for the second half, as Eve had to leave. So, because with 29 seconds to go, Can You Feel It comes on, and of course, as noted, Mr. Reimer takes his place here on the color commentary. Mr. Reimer, we were just talking about how well the marching band did during that half. Can you give us an assessment?
I'm a little out of breath, Jeremy. I was trying to make my way up after watching that fantastic marching band show. It was really something. I tell you, if you like microphoned soloists, you will love the Bellevue West show.
Ian Shepard's getting ready to kick the ball off and kick off this second half of the first home game. And he kicks it deep and is kicked to the 7-yard line and is fielded by, and he's knocked out of bounds. Looks like it was number 5 over there, Terrence Nelson.
Yep, looked like Kevin Esterling there with the tackle for Bellevue West. Not about to let him run that back again.
And Skylar Herring was also in there on that tackle to push him out of bounds. So Omaha Burke will start on the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 to start the second half. And we were just mentioning during the halftime show that Omaha Burke scored their first points of the season. See what they can do here in the second half.
Absolutely good motivation for them, and they get the ball right away to start the second half, see if they can continue with the adjustments. Or you wonder if it was just a a letdown from Bellevue West. We'll see which side keeps the momentum.
And handoff is fake, and it's thrown to, and it's a nice first down call there. They're on 20-yard pickup. Pass complete. Whaley to Jamari Allen there.
Well, look at this. Confidence growing by Whalen there. Or Whaley, I'm sorry. He has looked crisp pretty much all game long, but just getting more and more comfortable as the game goes on. That was a great throw. Had me fooled. I thought he was going downfield a little bit further.
First down after that pickup of 20. It gets him to the 40-yard line here. It'll be first and 10 to go on their own 40-yard line as Whaley and company hands the ball off, and it's a sweep out to the right of the play, and he is knocked down way in the backfield by number 21, Asher Jenkins.
Yeah, Asher Jenkins read that play perfectly, stayed on him with the correct amount of contain. Forced a loss of 3.
That's number 7, Messiah Strong, on the carry.
He is pretty strong. You think when he runs, they say, ooh, he's running strong.
Second down and 13 to go here after the first successful pickup of downs by
I like the temperature. It's dropped about 15 degrees. This feels like a cool football night right now, Jeremy. I want to go outside. What do you think, Mr. Rouse? Should we take our broadcast outside?
Miss Rouse is shaking her head no because you can't see it. As Messiah Strong is handed off the ball, and it is again a negative play result. It gets another 5 yards. Number 44, Aiden Morris.
Yeah, Aiden Morris was able to get penetration and just stopped him.
Aiden Morris is a junior, 225 pounds, the future of the defensive line here, 6'3".
Well, it looks pretty darn good if he's the future. He has played sound football so far this game, had a nice season so far. Let's hope he continues that progress.
Third down and 17 to go. There's a little confusion there, and there's going to be looks like there's going to be an illegal substitution. Yep, illegal substitution. Omaha Burke had 12 men on the field.
Yeah. Coach saw that, was trying to get his player off in time, just kind of hangs his head in frustration. He's tapping his chest saying, that's on me, guys.
So third down and 17, goes to third down and 22 pretty easily here.
See Kelly McVeigh walking up the stairs. I'm sure she's excited to see the defense get a shot here at 3rd and 22. Not what Omaha Burke wanted to do to start off the second half, especially since he had that great completion on their first play. But this is what the Fighting McVeighs live for.
Third down and 22 as Whaley is sacked in the backfield for a negative 10 or 11-yard loss there by number, I believe it's 21, Asher Jenkins. He's just been all over the field tonight.
Asher Jenkins is making his presence be known, and there was no chance for Burke on that play. That was a busted play from the beginning, and Asher finished the job.
So if you're a fan of Omaha Burke football, you're lamenting the fact that it's 4th and 35. Tanner Nielsen, number 4, is the punter, and Davon Hall is still out there returning punts. The man's
they want to get him number 5 with a high snap.
And the punt is blocked. There will be no return for Hall because the ball is recovered, kicked into the end zone, and picked up by the Bellevue West Thunderbirds for a special teams touchdown. Recovered by, it looks like number 14.
Let's give it to 21. Let's say it was Asher Jenkins. I don't know if
it is 21 Asher Jenkins. Oh, my goodness.
He says, guys, I got this, okay?
Oh, Kate Whaley was the one who picked it up. Thank you. I didn't think that was 21. And the Thunderbirds are missing a player on special teams.
So let's as they're trying to get this figured out.
As number 70 runs onto the field.
Sorry, Coach.
Shepard goes out there to kick on his 8th attempt.
Asher Jenkins gets pressure and has a tackle for loss. Asher Jenkins has a sack of 10 to 12 yards. And then to cap it off, he blocks a punt on the 1-yard line for a recovery of Bellevue West touchdown. Asher, I think you can call that a night, don't you think?
I think you could just hang your helmet up and say, Coach, I think I've done my job here.
I'm good.
As it is a 47-7 ball game, and you know what that means, Miss Rouse? That means a running clock after they will receive the kickoff here.
Do you know who's the only person in the entire stands that was frustrated, on the Bellevue West side, of course, frustrated with that amazing set of series there by Asher? That'd be Davon Hall. He wanted that ball. He was licking his chops at the 50-yard line thinking he would have one more shot. I don't know that we'll see him for the rest of the night, but you never know. 47-7, it's maybe one or two more shots yet with the starting offense.
As Bellevue West is going to kick off the ball here, Ian Shepard's out there to kick it off again. It is 9 minutes and 19 seconds to start this running clock, 47-7. As we're taking selfies here in the booth, you see that later on Twitter, I'm sure, as the ball is kicked out of bounds and it'll start at the 35-yard line for the Omaha Burke.
He's trying to work on that directional placement there for the ball. Almost got it perfectly inside the pylon. Missed it by about 2 yards.
As Omaha Burke, the Bulldogs will come out and from the 35-yard line. So good starting field position here to start off the second drive of the second half for the Bulldogs.
And now we see some new numbers here for Bellevue West. That's get some experience for some players that have been working hard all summer, working hard for the past couple weeks. See what they can do. You know, I talked to a freshman today who was thinking there was a possibility, and his eyes were big, not out of fear but out of excitement to think he could get his first shot. So excited for these kids out here today, and hopefully everyone can play safe second half.
Ball's handed off by Whaley to number 20, King Davis Jordan. The junior, King Davis Jordan, he is a junior. He weighs 170 pounds, and he wears the number 20.
Jackson Remmert there with the takedown. Jackson's a big fella. Jackson still, he started off on the offensive line. He moved over to the defensive line. They're trying to figure out the best place to utilize him, but he's had a lot of success on the defensive line. He's just so big, it's hard to move him around too much.
And then if you're just joining us, Davon Hall has scored 4 touchdowns in this ball game as the ball is thrown incomplete out wide to number 12, Benjamin Halsted.
Yeah, that's a pressure incompletion. He heard the footsteps coming. Eyes moved up front to prepare for the hit before he secured the ball into his chest, and too bad.
3rd down and 9 to go here, 8 minutes and 4 seconds, and even though there's an incomplete pass, the clock keeps moving because you're up by 35 or more.
And I love it.
I just think you want to get away from me.
No, I enjoy you, Jeremy. We only get 4 of these. I want to celebrate every second of it, but I do also like to go to bed.
The ball is handed off there by Whaley. Number 20, King Davis Jordan.
Jackson Remmert again involved in the tackle on that one.
3 or 4 yards, and it will bring out the punt team for Omaha Burke.
All right, good little defensive possession here. We'll see who's back to receive.
Davon Hall, and Coach tells him to give him the old fair catch.
He says,
just secure the ball.
Catch the dang ball.
Catch the ball. He wants number 5. He's going to listen to Coach and tells him to catch it. Nope, and the ball is in dangerous territory there as it caroms back towards the punt coverage unit.
Yeah, I always hate that when the punt receiving team has players with their back turned and the ball bouncing towards them. They just have no idea what's going to happen.
So the ball is down at the 32-yard line, and so there will be a penalty tacked on for unnecessary roughness by number 89 of Bellevue West, Carson Ames.
Yeah, Carson's a little aggressive.
Yep.
When it's at this point in the game and you're up, you gotta play a little bit smarter than that.
These
89 blue?
Yeah, the referee's thinking that it is a blue Bellevue West, and it's really a dark purple.
It's at best black. Should we be concerned?
he said black, As the ball is thrown in, it was in stride to number 84, I believe 84. Maybe it was 88. Carson Echtenkamp.
Yeah, I would guess
think
that's
it's
Echtenkamp. It's hard to see back here. Danny hit him right in stride. That was a great pass. Great, good execution. Just didn't look the ball all the way in.
Daniel Kalen's still out there, and I predicted at the halftime show that we probably wouldn't see him much, but he's out there. As the ball is handed off to number 13. Number 13,
Good
Gio
tough run
Contreras.
by Gio there. Picked up about, 15? I thought he was stopped twice before he actually got brought down.
So on the second down, there was a first down, but there is a penalty. Looks like it's coming back as the Bellevue West offense moves back. Illegal chop block. You don't see that called too often.
You sure don't. So, Jeremy, I'm sure, obviously I know, but maybe the audience doesn't know what an illegal chop block is. So you want to explain it to us?
Illegal chop block is when you block somebody below the knees, and a play like this is a cut block illegally against the side or back of a defender.
Thanks. On behalf of the audience, of course, I knew that. But
so it would be 15 yards from that penalty spot, makes it second down and 32 to go. That can't be right. As the ball is completed to number 5, Davon Hall, and that's one of those plays where he doesn't score a touchdown, and he comes up a little gimpy. And
he's up already. He's going to be okay. Cramp. Hopefully that's all it is.
Yeah. And he comes out, and it looks like you're right. It's a cramp, Mr. Reimer.
Oh.
The clock continues to run.
Yeah, it's so stinking hot tonight. We've seen how many cramps from both sides of the team.
And if you're a fan of Lincoln East football, Malachi Coleman, who's one of the best recruits of the state of this, he actually dislocated his kneecap in last week's loss to Kearney. Guess what? Guess who's coming here in 2 weeks is those Kearney Bearcats.
Connie.
As Kalen's throwing the ball to Echtenkamp all down the field. He's going down the field like a big tight end. He gets down there to the 40-yard line. First down, Thunderbirds.
That might be the best pass I've seen Danny throw all night long. He looked his first option down, decided to check down, tried to run it, and then saw Echtenkamp, threw it in stride, put it right on the money. That's a professional throw, Jeremy. I'm really impressed with the accuracy and arm strength of Danny Dimes.
As after that first down play, there was a injury on the tackler who had to bring down the big Echtenkamp.
He's a big fella too.
Or not.
I see him walking through the lunchroom, and I have to go, are you real? Are you a figment? He's a big kid.
Big. Number 88, of course, is 6'4", 240 pounds. His senior who came over from Omaha Central.
Glad he's on our side.
So he's trying to replace the Micah Riley Ducker role, the Caden Helms role.
Pretty big shoes to fill. Echtenkamp's doing a heck of a job, but West was a little spoiled last year to have two D1 tight ends playing on their team at the same time.
One going to Auburn, one going to Oklahoma, respectively. As the ball is completed, it looks like the number 15, Ben Goodwater.
That's a number 3 if we're keeping track. He took a shot. Ben's a tough kid, though. Keeps pretty quiet. He just keeps his head down and does his work.
Number 4, Tanner Nielsen, on the other side, making the stop. And they are playing hard. A lot of the Burke Bulldogs have to play both ways.
Oh, and in this heat, just exhausted. There's been some tough hits all night long.
As the ball's handed off to Gio, and there's going to be a penalty who comes in here. There's probably going to be a holding penalty as Gio gets through the line and shifts around. And
good containment there by Omaha Burke. We're able to keep Gio inside. Picked up about 4, but as you said, it's probably going to be coming back.
You see the back judge make that call instead of the umpire. So it'll be interesting to see, as Bellevue West looks like they are moving backwards.
The classic hands up. What'd we do? Wasn't me, Coach.
That was Achternock.
Must have been that other guy.
That was holding downfield after the play.
According, by the looks of it, he doesn't think he did anything wrong.
So here it is, first down and a long 17, 16 to go. 16 as Danny Dimes throws the ball out to number 15, Ben Goodwater. He just can't hold on to it.
Yeah, a little bit behind him. Throw a little bit behind, but definitely catchable ball. Hit him in the hands. They were trying to pick up just a short little chunk on that one. Now 2nd and 16. You said last time 2nd and a long 16. I wonder, is this a shorter 16?
Still 2nd and a long 16.
Are you yawning, Jeremy? Goodness, come on. We have half the game left, Jeremy.
Half the game of this 47-7 ball game.
Exciting ball game. Home opener for Bellevue West.
Bellevue West looking to go 3-0 on this young season as the ball is thrown to Ben Goodwater, who gets away, and he saw the end zone, and he was tackled from behind. Number 4, Tanner Nielsen.
That's his 5th target, though, so Ben was right. Oh, he saw the purple. He wanted that touchdown. He's kicking himself with a ankle tackle there to stop him.
First down and 10 to go, so they can pick a first down up before the goal line in pay dirt here. As Danny Kalin is back out there on offense, hands the ball off to Gio, and there's a penalty flag. Timeout. There's a timeout for Omaha Burke, so that play will not count. And we'd like to remind our viewers to check out thethunderbeat.org for news, features, and entertainment, coverage of Bellevue West and the Bellevue Offutt community. You can follow at The Thunderbeat on Twitter and Instagram to get the latest website updates, such as photo galleries of sporting events, music and movie reviews, and feature stories about teachers and students.
I love the Thunderbeat so much. When I wake up in the morning, I do 3 things. The first thing is I give thanks for a healthy family. The second thing is I eat a hearty breakfast. And then the third thing always is check out the Thunderbeat for what exciting news story I can see on that day. Every day it's something new, it's something exciting. Great kids.
It's great follow on Twitter as well.
Oh, boy, yeah. With the funny GIFs and the memes and the TikTok dances. Does Thunderbeat do TikTok dances, Miss Rouse? They do not do TikTok dances. I'm sorry.
So 2 minutes, 29 seconds to go when the clock will restart after the timeout. As Kalin hands the ball off again to Gio, and Gio gets loose. Danny makes a block for him as he goes in for the touchdown. The 13-yard scamper gets Gio Contreras into the end zone, gives the Thunderbirds a 53-7 lead as Ian Shepard comes on to kick it.
Second touchdown of the night for Gio Contreras. And just excellent vision by Gio. Obviously, the play was supposed to go to the right, but he read it correctly, cut back to the left, untouched to the end zone. That's a heck of a run.
And Gio is taking care of the Thunderbirds on the rush on the ground tonight. As Ian
He kicked
Shepard
it in.
Goes in, so it's 54-7.
I like that score. I like not waiting until, the final minute of the game to know if Bellevue West is going to win or not. It's exciting to relax a little bit, to enjoy the game a little bit instead of nervously biting whatever fingernails you have left away. And of course, pretty big game next week, Jeremy. It's are you going to make it up? Are you going to be able to go see it?
You got to go over to Omaha West Side here in the heart of Omaha, the District 66.
The last time I was at Omaha West Side, I saw 2 things. I saw the coolest intro of any high school team I've ever seen before, and I saw Bellevue West lose in the playoffs. It's they got punched in the mouth last season, and West is excited to go back and attempt to repay the favor.
At a cold, blustery night, I was not there. I was happily at home. Warm.
I was there.
It was,
and I was miserable. I took my son Charlie. He was.
Marcus Buchanan returns the ball to the 20-yard line for Omaha Burke. Yeah, it was a cold day, and the very next week they're in the state final. It was a warm, smarmy 56 degrees and a 9-7 ball game.
Do you remember that scene in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when he says she can't talk later because her eyelids are frozen. That was Charlie. And we have DMX's Up in here.
A minute 30.
Should I wrap it word for word, Miss Rouse? I'll go to the first curse word. If I got to, that's about as far as I can get.
Whaley's throwing the ball deep, and it is caught by Omaha Burke. We'll try to get a number there as he shows off. That was a fantastic catch. I believe that's number 4, Tanner Nielsen.
That was a beautiful tossing catch. A little bit of taunting there at the end. That was obviously looked over. But defense was right there, stride for stride with him. Just made a better play on the ball.
It's about a on the 37. So, you look at 30. That was a 47-yard play there.
Excited to see what Burke can do the rest of the season. They obviously have talent. Their quarterback is just a good player with a great arm.
They have a lot of seniors on the team, and he does it again. He throws it out to number 5 for Terrence Nelson. He picks up another first down, and the Bellevue West defense is looking like they're going to give up a touchdown here.
We'll see. Alexander Fisher-Taco had the touchdown-saving push out of bounds on that one. And I like this. McVay isn't
injury timeout here.
Isn't subbing anybody back in. He's riding with his players that are playing this series and seeing if they can get the stop.
Terrence Nelson here, who made that great catch and run, is also injured on he's on the 5-yard line as he's trying to make it over to the other side of the field here at Feynman Field. You're listening to Jeremy Block and Mr. A.J. Reimer.
Listen, I don't blame him. If I fell down on the turf, I'd be injured too. So these guys are tough.
And you're catching us on TeamPrep1.com. The Thunderbeats home coverage of 2022 T-Birds.
2022,
season.
the playlist sounds like it's 1998 right now. Blur, song 2? Who's in charge of the playlist?
Mr. Steve Lemon.
Shouts to you, Lemon. Keep them coming. Can we do a little in sync? A little 98 degrees?
31 seconds to go here with this,
Christina Aguilera?
The running clock,
Some
of course.
corn?
26-25 as the ball is thrown to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Number 40 for Omaha Burke. I believe it's 40. It could be. Is it 20?
80?
80.
88.
Oh, wow.
I was
David
way off.
Boatman.
Yeah, great position on that by Boatman. Was able to work his defender around and have the ball hit his chest. And, yeah, great catch.
I just looked here on our roster. They have all the heights listed, and he's listed at 180 height.
Wow. Throw it to him constantly.
I think it's even if it's inches, he's a tall man. As it's blocked, the PAT's blocked, and that is a live, and they're just going to give up.
Yeah.
Believes blocked.
Do you think they make pads big enough for a 180-inch tall man?
Or 180 feet? I don't know.
That's incredible. Is he getting looks?
Every year you look forward to that Red River rivalry, and you see Big Tex out there waving to you.
Who's this?
Big Tex.
I don't know what this is.
The
what is
big
that?
sculpture welcoming you to the Texas State Fair.
Who?
He's Big Tex.
I don't. What?
Texas is a state. It's a couple.
Not according to my
south.
country. They don't play foosball there.
3 states down to our south. And anyway, so Bellevue West is, after giving up the touchdown, up 54-13. 18 seconds to go here in the third quarter before Bellevue West will start marching southward towards the south end zone when they flip fields here.
Yeah, at this point, you just hope everybody keeps their cool. We had one unsportsmanlike penalty against Bellevue West on their last drive. Just tell everyone to finish the game out, right? You don't want to see anybody get hurt. You don't want to see anybody do anything stupid.
And the ball's kicked off short, fielded by, I'm not sure which number he is.
Fielded by somebody good.
The up back is
42.
43. I believe.
Number 43, that, of course, is going to be Dylan Rothge.
Kyler Neiswanger, number 43.
What am I talking about?
That's what we have listed on.
43? I'm looking at different things. Guys, I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Number 22 or 25, Maddox Williams, I believe, was on that coverage. And at the end of the third quarter here, we have the Bellevue West Thunderbirds 54, Omaha Burke Bulldogs 13. You're listening and watching us on TeamPrep1.com, the Thunderbeats coverage of Bellevue West home football as we go into, and let's just do another timeout read.
Okay.
Here. Yeah. So what's the key to Omaha Burke finishing this game strong?
Well, define strong. I think if I'm Omaha Burke's coaches, what I'm looking for is continuation of the third quarter. They were unsuccessful at stopping Bellevue West's offense, but everyone's unsuccessful at stopping Bellevue West's offense. They were able to successfully drive the ball twice, score, get some points up on the board, and have their quarterback relax and have time in the pocket to make throws. So look for a little bit more of that.
So Fletcher Anders and Beck Frazier, thank you for those questions that we've been asking. Number 14 is into the game, Caden Watanabe.
Caden Watanabe, a senior for Bellevue West. Has a nice little touch to him.
Throws it. And there's another injured Omaha Burke Bulldog.
Yeah, you said it. They're playing both sides of the field there.
Tanner Nielsen was the guy who caught made the tackle, and he got injured. He's a little banged up just a little bit.
He's had a heck of a game. He's a good player.
So Watanabe and the offense out here, 2nd down and 5 to go. And we'll see what they call up here.
Who's in at running back for West at this point? Gets the handoff.
Is that Goff?
Good move. He's good. Yeah, it's Goff again at 24.
Number 24, C.J. Goff, 5'9", 165 pounds. He's a junior.
You know, he's 155 pounds is what he runs a little bit heavier than that. He puts his head down and goes downhill. I like his style.
So 1st down, 10 to go here. 54-13, Thunderbirds have the advantage as Watanabe throws the ball, and it is incomplete to number 88, Achternock.
If I was a quarterback, I'd throw a lot to Achternock, too. He's a big fella, big target, can get himself open. Just wasn't able to come down with the ball on that one.
2nd down and 10 to go here. It's 10 minutes and 35 seconds in the 4th quarter with the running clock. As Watanabe and company out there on offense hands the ball off to Goff, and he's just churning his legs forward. He's making the most of his opportunity. He had that fumble. It didn't cause a turnover, but he had a fumble, and he's getting the ball again, and he's going to pick up a 1st down once they move the sticks. Oh, it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. But again, initial contact was behind the line of scrimmage, and he was able to make a 5-yard gain out of that. Just keep those legs churning.
3rd down and 4 to go. Let's see what they dial up here on the 3rd down play. They stack the line, and Goff goes ahead for 2. And we'll see what they're going to do. It's 4th down and 2 to go.
Of course. Huffman goes for it.
Huffman goes for it usually, and there's an injury.
Looks like a lineman for Bellevue West. It's hard telling from the press box who that is.
So we have 9 minutes and 36 seconds to go here.
Should we do another timeout read, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think so.
Tell me something good about Bellevue West.
The new season of esports is here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the new season of the Lord of the Rings show, The Rings of Power.
No, we're talking about the new season of esports is here.
I love esports. What's that? Is
Games
that like,
this fall
sports?
will include Valorant, Smash Brothers, and Rocket
electronic
League.
Sports. That's so cool. Like kids play video games.
Yeah, against other schools.
Against other schools.
They compete against other schools starting next week. Join us every Thursday, 3:30 to 4:30. Get involved. Doing something is better than doing nothing at all.
I agree.
See Mr. Parkinson in room 619 for more information.
I have two thoughts about that. Number one, Mr. Parkinson, top 5 teacher at Bellevue West. That guy is incredible. And if you're a student at Bellevue West, go get to know him. He's great. Number two, if we're playing esports, and if you're listening and you have a Brawl Stars account, come at me, because my Brawl Stars is so good. And my Clash of Clans as well. Parkinson, what am I saying?
Parkinson.
Something different? Parkinson.
Parkinson.
Well, shouts to you, Park. You're the man.
Room 619. Bellevue West has that many rooms.
We have 619 rooms, yes. But that's the limit. No more than that. They said enough is enough.
Where is room 619?
It's in the 600 hallway.
As Wanatabi throws the ball out to Goodwater. Goodwater gets away again for a first down, and he gets down to the 30-yard line. So that was on the 49 down to the 27.
Yeah, 27. Goodwater wants to taste that end zone. He was fighting for that and just about got away. Good to see him getting some action here tonight. He's been playing all season long, doesn't get as many touches because, well, shoot, there's a lot of options for Bellevue West, but making the most of it here.
So the Thunderbirds get a new set of downs. They hand it off to Goff. He goes ahead, and he gets 4 yards.
What's the clock looking here, Jeremy? I can't see
8 minutes and 48 seconds left till the end of this ball game.
I wish I would just play all night. I'm having fun. Forget the running clock. Let's play with a stopping clock.
A stopping clock after every play, huh?
Or even as they play.
Oh, yeah.
I bet people would listen to us for another 2-3 hours.
I don't know if I can listen to us for another 2 to 3 hours, let alone Miss Rouse, our fantastic producer here tonight.
Mr. House has been our camera person as well.
Double duty as the ball is thrown to Echternach, and he gets ahead for another 3.
When you flip in the air like that and dive forward, why do you not? I think he got a bad marking there. I would have given an extra 7 yards based on the forward flip.
So here we have a third down and 7 to go. Third down and 4 to go.
4, Jeremy.
To go here. It was 2nd and 7. It's 3rd and 4.
You know
Pick
what I
up
would
a
do?
3 for Echternach.
I look towards Ben Goodwater.
As Goodwater gets on sides.
It's important.
Third down, 4 to go. The ball is thrown to. Did you see which number
got
it
a
was?
first. He got a first
down.
Enough to pick up. Looks like that's number 16, perhaps number 18. That's not Donovan Whitfield, is it? 18. Yeah, it's T.J. Whaley. Sorry, a sophomore.
Whaley.
Getting some good action. They like Whaley. They think he's going to be good.
And we're getting to the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. As Watanabe and company, we see a third quarterback tonight.
Some donuts are potentially on the line.
And Goff has handed the ball off. He gets ahead for 6.
Another great downhill run, just followed his blockers. We haven't talked an awful lot about the offensive line of Bellevue West tonight, and I think that's what they like, right? It's been just a lunch pail kind of day for the offensive line. What do they call themselves? The Thunderhogs?
The Thunderhogs.
Well, Kalen's kept pretty clean. The running game has been an effective part of the game, and they have given Kalen as much time as he's needed.
As the ball is handed off again and go to the 6-yard line.
And again, could have been stopped in the backfield, but just a nice, short, little quick cut to the side. Keep your feet running, keep your head down, pick up another 6 and up for the first down. And now we're looking at 1st and goal with 6 minutes left.
1st and goal. 6 minutes. Ball's on the 6-yard line.
Big day coming for us, Jeremy, Monday night.
Big day. It'll be Labor Day as our fantasy football league drafts that night.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, it's especially exciting for all our listeners to talk about, too.
Well, listeners, if you're involved in a fantasy football league, know this. If Jeremy is the commissioner of your league, he will always end up picking either first or second. It happens every year. It's so exciting when that happens, and pretty much every year my brother Ben gets to pick last, and I have no complaints about either of those things. So
despite all the facts not, supporting your argument, you did pretty good as the ball is handed off from the 6-yard line. It looks like Goff goes in for the touchdown, Thunderbird.
I love it. Let Goff eat. He was just a worker that entire drive. Got most of the yards on the ground, couple picked up by Goodwater and Echternock, and let him punch it in. Finish that drive. Good little series there. Oops, we still have power.
So it's
fine.
5 minutes and 9 seconds to go.
It looks like we have a new kicker.
Serena Williams is delaying the start of the TCU Colorado Buffaloes game.
Oh, she, because her match is still going. Mr. House, are you watching tennis? Are you keeping track of it right now? Serena's playing now. Oh, you're watching the football game right now. Okay. Well, are you recording it? Are you going to watch tennis when we get home?
She's down 5.
Don't tell her. Mr. House is going to watch it. The GOAT. Serena. GOAT. Do you know when Serena won her first Open? Do you know LeBron James had not yet started high school?
Wow.
That's true.
Can I just say something?
Yes, sir.
When you're trying to say Serena's the greatest of all time,
yeah,
and that debate can be had, I think somebody named Martina Navratilova has something to say about it.
Stop.
Okay.
Martina no, I can't. Come on. Serena is the GOAT. LeBron is the GOAT. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Rouse is the GOAT. That's the 4.
The Mount Rushmore of greatest of all times, according to Mr. A.J. Reimer.
And Kirby Puckett. Let's put him as number 5. Greatest baseball player of all time, Kirby Puckett.
If you're a
starting
Minnesota
fielder for the Minnesota
Twins fan,
wow,
you're a fan of Kirby Puckett.
You, Kirby Puckett, R.I.P.
5:09 here to go in the fourth quarter, and
nice little run there by Buchanan up to the 32-yard line, and Sean Schutte had to stop.
So
as the crowd is starting to kind of pick up now, start to head their way towards their cars. I think they're thinking 60-13 with 4 minutes left.
With a running clock, this might be over. Put that one in the, put it in the fridge. This one's on ice.
We haven't talked about him a whole lot tonight. Coach Huffman has done a heck of a job. Obviously, there's skill players. We knew there was going to be a lot of talent at the skill positions, but this is a complete team he has here, going 3-0 with the number 1 most difficult schedule of Class A in Nebraska.
It is.
Obviously, he's still going to get tested next week, but he has a tough team that plays together and doesn't do the stupid penalties that we've had in the past, doesn't quite have the showboating we've had in the past. I like the team, and it's continuing to grow. We'll see how far they can go this year.
So, with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left, they get the ball back as I think that's Whaley still in there again. It is. Whaley throws the pass to number 4, Nielsen, and they're trying to keep in this game.
Just trying to work on things, right? Trying to work on their chemistry between the two of them. Like I said, it'll be so interesting to see what they do against other teams. It's possible they've gone against the 2 best teams in the state, or 2 of the 3 best teams in the state, and maybe you put them against somebody different. And I think Burke's going to have a lot of success this season.
They're definitely going to get wild card points for these last 2 weeks. That's for sure. And here comes the Bellevue West defense, and the ball is thrown incomplete in the direction of number 13, Marcus Buchanan.
Second play in a row, it was a tipped ball, potentially picked off for Bellevue West. You got to think if there's a third one, they might jump on it. 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Let's see if we can get Eli in the game.
2 minutes, 38 seconds. If that's going to happen, you're going to have to get a turnover on downs here or a timeout called by Mike Huffman.
Not going to happen.
So here we go as the ball's thrown, and it looks like it's going to be a forward pass.
Yeah, that's a forward pass. Although, if they were to review it in a closer game, you never know. It's questionable. Good pressure there by Bellevue West. They've sent the heat the last 3 plays. Finally came home with something there.
And there's a penalty, a holding penalty.
What?
Defensive holding penalty. So they're going to add 10 yards from the previous spot, and it's going to become a first down.
Now, why do you make that call?
And the ball, a new set of downs for the Burke Bulldogs. It's 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. You're watching and listening to us on TeamPrep1.com, the Thunderbeats coverage of home Bellevue West football games.
Am I allowed to disagree with that call, Jeremy?
You can say whatever you want.
Well,
within reason. As Whaley keeps the ball, and he goes ahead for 9 yards on the option keeper.
Ugh. Gets his head clocked there on the way down.
Skylar Herring was the tackler for Bellevue West.
Burke's just going to let the clock go here. It doesn't look like they're in a rush. They might take 1, maybe 2 more shots downfield, but it looks like they're content to let the clock go on this one, 60-13.
So here we are, second down and 1 to go. As Whaley gets the ball, he hands the ball off. He's met at the line. It is a first down. Number 20, King Davis Jordan, goes ahead for the first down. 1 minute here to go, 60 seconds left. I don't think the Burke has got enough time to make this thing interesting.
Well, interesting is in quotes. I think there's been a lot of interesting things here in the second half. And we've kept more on task than we have in previous games, Jeremy. I think our production team might want to give us a raise after this one.
A lot of snaps here for backup players for Bellevue West. And that looks like it will probably do it here. Number 20, King Davis Jordan, as Omaha Burke tells his players, and Coach Pavlik tells his players to come over and get in the handshake line.
It's go
and
time.
That is going to be the end of this ball game. Thunderbirds 60, the Omaha Burke Bulldogs 13. Next week, the Bellevue West Thunderbirds, the number 2 team in the state, will go on the road to District 66 to play the Omaha West Side Warriors.
Jeremy, it was a pleasure calling the game. It's good to be back in the booth. It's good to watch Bellevue West have that soaring offense and the Fighting McVeigh defense play it the gritty way that they always do. Looking forward to having a rest of a great season with you.
Yeah, it was the great first game, first home game. It's good to be back. It's good to see them here at John Feynman Field. And as we go forward, you won't hear us next week. It is on the road at Westside. In 2 weeks from now, the Kearney Bearcats and Coach Brandon Cool come back to avenge. And that's been a fun back and forth series between Kearney and Bellevue West over the last 4 years for us. And we'll be excited to see the Bearcats come back here to Feynman Field.
To come back.
And we'll see if Bellevue West will be 4-0 coming in that game, or they'll be 3-1. We'll find out next week. However, our coverage tonight was made possible by several student journalists for the Thunderbeat. This broadcast was co-produced by Fletcher Anders and Beck Frazier. Our on-field photographer was Reagan Thomas, and our videographer for a couple of the first quarter was Ava Coley, as well as Julie Rouse, our producer. Updates on Twitter tonight were provided by Grant Schaefer. Thank you for joining us tonight for Omaha Burke versus Bellevue West. The final score tonight, Thunderbirds 60, Omaha Burke 13. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks. Go Thunderbirds!